Hi, this is Dr. Lorenzo Neal with Zero Today, and thank you for tuning in. Before we get started into this video, I want to thank all you for liking my page. And if you have not, please like the page and subscribe. Like this one, and subscribe and follow me and invite others to do the same. As you can see, today I'm representing the Everytown Survivor Network, which I am a Survivor Fellow, Survivor of Gun Violence, and I'm glad to be a part of the gun violence movement. And if you're concerned about the violence that's being, the school shootings and the gun violence that's affecting your community, look at my little dude trying to get on here. If you're concerned about that, I want to invite you to get involved, and you get involved with Moms Demand Action, or if you're a survivor of gun violence, you get involved with the Everytown for Gun Safety Survivor Network, and you can do that simply text 64433 and text join if you want to get involved, and text survivor if you are a survivor of gun violence. If you have been directly impacted by gun violence, that's 64433, and to get involved, and let's help prevent gun violence in this country. It's going crazy. You know, there was another school shooting the other day in Colorado, and my prayers and condolences go out to those families and those students and those teachers and that community that have been impacted. Not only there, but I mean, there have been at least a dozen, if not more, school shootings. And of course, all of them don't make the news, the national news, but we should all be concerned about that. So I'm proud to be a part of the Everytown for Gun Safety Network, Moms Demand Action, and I want to invite you to do the same. But I didn't really want to get on here and talk about that. I wanted to respond to, or put my insight into the Ayesha Curry comments that were made the other day. Now, to be honest with you, I don't know much about Ayesha Curry. I barely know her husband. I know he plays professional basketball for the Golden State Warriors. I know they've won a couple of championships, and that is the extent of my knowledge today. I do know that they are both devoted Christians, as I understand. They're both devoted Christians, and their faith impacts their life altogether, from their parenting into his basketball career. So I want to address that. If you're not aware, my doctoral research involves differentiation of self. It's centered around differentiation of self. And one of the concepts of the concept of differentiation of self is the ability to be able to understand, be self-aware of your emotions and how those emotions cause you to interact with others, affect your interactions with others. It's the ability to be able to be independent, to be liberated from, others, and how you react to others and how others affect you. And one of the concepts of differentiation of self, there are four basic sub-concepts. There's the emotional reaction or reactivity, there's emotional cutoff, there's fusion with others, and there's opposition. And opposition and fusion with others are pretty much, everybody pretty much can grasp the concept of emotional reactivity, how we react to things that affect us negatively. If it's an interaction with our spouse or with our sibling or with our someone that we are close with, if that interaction is negative, we're going to react sometimes negatively, and that can be expressed in a number of ways. With this fusion, that means we put our emotional vulnerability into the hands of others, and we rely on the other's view of us, of ourselves, to affect how we now view ourselves. And so she stated, Ayesha Curry, as I understand it, stated that she just wished men would pay a little more attention to her. Now, that could go several ways, and I've watched a whole lot of I read a lot of comments on Facebook, of course, and I saw a couple of videos on YouTube regarding this. And here's my thing. I understand what she was saying regarding, if her husband is there and she's there, she wants to be recognized with her husband. She wants her presence to be recognized and appreciated, and she doesn't need it for the validation when it comes to that. And then the other thing when she said she wished that other men would kind of look at her and be like, that's normal. I see where a lot of people are having conflict with that, but it actually shows that she's healthily self-differentiated. She understands that while we are a couple, we are also individuals, and I would like some outward attention every now and then. I'm a mother, I have children, and my dog is just he's trying to get outside, and you just ignore him. I'm a mother. I'm trying to it's not like I would step out on my husband, but I also have the need to want to be seen as still something. But it's not, she's not using it, at least I didn't understand it, for the statement to come across as being that she wants to be used by someone and she wants that validation to validate her. No, she's fine validating herself. She's very well. She has a great self-awareness of her role and who she is and what she's doing, and that's wonderful. And at least that's how it came across. It may not be the case in reality, but I don't know. I don't know them personally, but what it did show is that she has a healthy self-awareness to the point where she knows that, yes, it is healthy to desire attention, to desire to be wanted to be attracted by someone else. And if anyone says otherwise, they are in self-deception, from my perspective. And again, it's nothing wrong to having that healthy desire. That's a healthy desire and a healthy acknowledgement that, every now and then I want to be able to turn heads. But I don't want, I hope that it's not the case that she wants those heads to turn so that, she can indulge in whatever she wants to indulge in. I'm not saying that. But every now and then we need to have this sense of awareness that is healthy, so that we're not experiencing an unhealthy fusion with anyone else. Because when it comes to that sense of the self, outward validation is good, but inward validation is even better. When we are able to be more aware of who we are as we are in being at the present moment, and I use that term intentionally, in being in the present moment. When we are in being in the present moment, we have a great power to us. It's liberating, because we can say, okay, in this present moment, I may be feeling, sensing, experiencing these various emotions, and they're very real, they're very true, they're very authentic, but at the same time, these very emotions will be fleeting. They'll pass away. So I won't feel like I feel now 10 minutes from now, or 30 minutes from now, or an hour from now, or a day. We hope that we don't feel this a day from now, or weeks from now, or months or years from now. If we get to that state, then that's a state of depression. You may want to speak with someone about that and get some help if you're in that point. But it's okay to have that healthy sense of validation and awareness, to where you understand that you are not fused with even your spouse, that you are individual. But as scripture says, what God puts together, that no man put asunder. But in that oneness, you are still individuals, and you can be. And I'm not talking about be your own person. I'm talking about you can exist as the individual you are while being a part of the whole, if that makes any sense. And in being a part of the whole, what you'll find, you can still experience the emotions, the awareness, and all that stuff. And it can be empowering, and it can be liberating. I saw her statement as liberating, but I can also see it as, somewhat disillusioning, like, well, why am I not getting the attention? I'm still kind of woman. I'm still kind of good looking, And then there was a Facebook post. I guess I don't know how true or false this post was, but apparently that was posted on her Facebook page that said, "Look, you got fat face, and let your husband do that, and you be boo, but we're gonna look over you." And I don't know how she reacted to that. Maybe y'all can share some of that in the comment section and tell me, if you're more aware of it than I am. But my whole point of this conversation is that it's okay to want to express the fact that you desire to be recognized, to be seen, to be desired by others, even if you're in a marriage. It's healthy. It's healthy. Now, it's not healthy to act on it. It's not healthy to act on it, but it is healthy to acknowledge it. It's healthy to be aware of it. It's healthy to not try to repress it, suppress it. And as long as you're aware of it, and be mindful of the fact that this is one, it's an emotion. So all emotions, as scripture says, the heart is deceptive about all things, and that word heart can be interpreted and can be applied to the emotional state of an individual. That our emotional states are very deceptive. And if we are religious, if we're Christians, then we are ascribed to the idea that God knows us better than we know ourselves. And because of that knowledge, as the author in Psalm 139 writes, it's too great for us. It's too great for us. It's too broad, too in depth for us to really truly comprehend. But it's there. And it's there for us to not only to explore it, but to acknowledge that it's there, because he created us to have it. But anyway, I didn't want to spend that much time going on. I do want people to, it's okay to explore that. And I commend her for at least acknowledging it to the public that, she has that desire. It's healthy. It's very healthy. It says a lot about her maturity, emotionally mature. But if you get to that point where if you're in a marriage and that differentiation is not there, then you're going to see a lot of more conflict. You'll see a lot of conflict. But when you're able to be self-differentiated, especially in the marriage relationship, then you can find a healthier engagement between yourself, your spouse, your significant other, and those around you also. And it's a wonderful thing. So let me know what you think about what I said. Let me know what you think about the Ayesha Curry situation. Leave comments. I want to be able to do that. Again, I want to invite you to subscribe and like this video, share this video on all your social media, and be looking out for all the things I have going on here on this page with Zero Today. We appreciate your support. Support us on Patreon, and you can find all the information in the description on how you can support me and get products, get books, all of that stuff. But anyway, you guys be cool. Thank you for sharing this little time with me. Blessings.